it's Melissa, and I'm here. I was getting ready for work and I was like, let me just film what I'm doing. So I did something simple, and I actually decided to reach into my collection where I had my single eyeshadows, because those kind of get neglected, and I want to try to do more using the single eyeshadows because I do have quite a few of them. And what I really have a lot of actually are these little Ulta eyeshadows, which they're old. I don't even know which shades they still have, but I will list what I use down below. And with makeup, that I just bought a lot of these to try different colors of stuff, so I kind of wanted to pull some of these. And then just some other things I'm going to use, like e.l.f. eyeshadows, and then one that I got in an Ipsy bag. So I just kind of created like a bronzed kind of look, which all of these colors that I used are really easy to get your hands on. So if you don't have these exact ones, none of these are actually really that expensive, but they're also maybe something that you have in another palette or single or somewhere else. So I'll kind of describe each color as I go. So it's just kind of really simple look. I'm wearing a bright like coral color today, so I wanted to keep the eyes kind of simple, and I realized I'm totally coraled out with my coral nails. I put a coral lipstick on, so we kept the eyes really neutral with the brown. I hope you guys like the tutorial, and here we go. Alright, let's get started. We're going to prime our face using the Rimmel Fix and Perfect, and I was almost out of this. So we're just going to blend this all over. You know the drill, just blend it in all over the face. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I have this in the shade N4 Buff Beige, which is a little tanner than my normal foundations, but I am a little bit tanner at the point, so that's why I'm using this one. And I'm using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, whatever it's called, but you know, the Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just dabbing this all over to blend it all out. As an under eye concealer and highlight, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Fair, and I'm just dabbing this under the eyes, down the nose, and then using my Real Techniques sponge to just blend it all out. For my contour, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Crayon Concealer in the shade N678, and I'm just drawing lines where I would normally contour, and then taking my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to blend this all out. For my blush, I'm using the Maybelline Master Glaze in the shade Just Pinched Pink, and I'm just dabbing this onto my cheeks and then taking the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush to just kind of blend it out and blend it back. And then my brush broke. I have two of these, so it was okay, but I'm very upset that it broke, so now I have to use it without a handle on it. Oh well. For an eyeshadow primer, I'm using the WetnWild Fergie eyeshadow primer, and I'm just applying this all over the lid and then up to the brow bone. I realized I forgot to apply powder, so I'm just taking my Airspin Loose Face Powder, and this is the e.l.f. Blush Brush, and I'm just applying this under my eyes to set it. Alright, let's start the eye look. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Single Eyeshadow in the shade Pebble, and I'm using my e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush, and I'm just applying this to the crease. This is just a neutral brown, it's kind of a lighter brown, and it's just a perfect crease kind of transition color. And I'm just sweeping it back and forth, windshield wiper motions. I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, and I actually did dampen it with some eye drops, and I'm taking the e.l.f. Baked eyeshadow in the shade Toasted, and I'm just applying this all over the eyelid. For a highlight, I'm taking this Elizabeth Mott eyeshadow in the shade Champagne, and I'm just using, again, a flat eyeshadow brush to apply this to the inner corner. I'm going to take my Ulta Single Shadow in the shade Naked, and I'm just using an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush to apply this under the eyebrow for a brow bone highlight. Next, I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. Single Shadow in the shade Pebble. And I'm going to blend this into the crease using the fluffy brush, but I also use a flat eyeshadow brush to kind of pack it on to define the crease a little bit more, and then take the blending brush to blend it all out. For an eyeliner, I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in the shade Demolition, which is just a matte brown color, and I'm applying this to the upper lash line only. For my mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black and applying this to the upper and lower lashes. I went out of focus with the eyeliner and a bit on the mascara, which is why it's not really in there. I'm going to go in with the shade Pebble and a small angle brush. This is the E65, and apply this to the lower lash line. Here's your finished look. I hope you guys like the tutorial. Again, I'm going to try to keep into my singles, keep reaching for them, and I encourage you to do the same. I hope you guys like it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!